Wow. Yeah. Hunter x Hunter, the last mission. It isn't that great. No. Phantom Rouge was far and away from the best shonen movie to ever exist. But for a Hunter x Hunter movie, it's not that bad. It's not though. It could be worse. It could be worse. It tackled interesting topics and ideas, and it gave us more interactions with all of the four main characters. And I mean, that's all I ever really wanted anyways. Plus, it didn't introduce too many new characters to really take those interactions away from us. It came for Gon, Killua, Leorio, Kurapika, Hisoka, the Phantom Troop, and we got all of that. All of them are in the movie. Really bad action scenes, but they're in the movie. But that's Hunter x Hunter Phantom Rouge. Hunter x Hunter The Last Mission is... I can't give The Last Mission the same amount of praise. Directed by Kiichiro Kawaguchi and released in Japan towards the end of 2013, the film takes place at the beginning of the Chimera Ant Arc as Gon and Killua decide to take a break from their journey with Kite to watch some people beat the shit out of each other at the Heaven's Arena, and in typical non-canon shonen movie fashion, the most random series of events that would otherwise make no sense in the lore of the series occur that force our protagonist to subscribe to the Panic Brothers channel to win the day. Oh, I mean use the power of friendship to beat the bad guy. I'm not even kidding. It's like some Goku using the power of friendship, saving a bird in his hand like he's Jesus type stuff. I don't know what the fuck. The movie starts off with a younger Netero doing his 100 type Guanin Bodhisattva thing.
Sit by myself, talking to them.
Against a dude named Jed who is clearly in a cult and is decimated by it. Other members of the said cult are shown. They're all wearing mysterious cloaks with an insane vendetta against hunters. Clearly set up for our main villains of the movie. We switch over to a way too long establishing shot of Gon and Killua in the present day as they're out here supporting our swole big boy, Zushi, who's a floor master, okay, and also acts little to nothing like how he did back in the Heaven's Arena arc. Like, it's not this, it's like it's not even the same character. They're so insanely different. They look the same, but it's not the same. It's cool to see him though. I'll give him that. Hey, and Wing and Bisky are here too. Maybe we'll finally see Wing do something.
Sit by myself.
So the Heavens Arena is hosting a Battle Olympia tournament and is our main reason to bring the random assortment of Hunter x Hunter characters together in one place, including Kurapika, who is here as a bodyguard for Neon, and Leorio, who I believe is hired as Zushi's doctor. Doesn't really matter though, as best boy Leorio gets attacked and thrown in the sewers almost as soon as he's introduced. He does mention having Nen at this point though, which is weird, as shouldn't that mean that he's easily able to detect things in his surrounding? It just felt weird to me to bring it up without really going anywhere plausible with it. While waiting for the tournament to start, Gon and Killua decide to visit Netero for the first time since their little steal the ball activity back in the Hunter exam arc. Kurapika gets a call from Hisoka, who is forced into the plot simply because he's Hisoka and nothing else. And Kurapika couldn't care less. Meanwhile, the arena suddenly gets taken over by the cloaked figures from earlier, a huge cyberpunk custom character named Gaki, Orochimaru's half-cousin Shura, Alucard's half-cousin, and the only decent character of the bunch named Rengoku. No, not that Rengoku. He probably would have made the movie a whole lot better. No, this Rengoku ends up suicide bombing not too long after she's introduced. One of my least favorite aspects of this film that's introduced is this new type of Nen. Someone on the internet called it Dark Nen, and I mean, it's fitting. Like, I don't know what else to call it. It's just Nen, but dark. It's something called Own. Own is utilized by this cult, and what makes it so special is that it's a combination of all the aspects of Nen. It's Enhancer, Transmuter, Conjurer, Emitter, Manipulator, and Specialist. I mean, obviously it's better of the two. Why would you take Nen if you can use Own? Nen is only one of the aspects. Unless you have Scarlet Eyes. But Own is all of them. Of course, that is such a shonen movie concept to do. Just take one look at it. It's Nen, but it's like fucking evil. So I'm gonna be calling it Dark Nen for the duration of the video because I already hate Own as it is. Sounds at least a degree cooler than Own. The cult kidnap and curse Netero, removing him of his ability to use Nen as all part of a plan. Alucard's half-cousin, who was revealed to be a reincarnation of Jed, that character that was completely annihilated by the 100 Gon and Killua, in probably one of the better sequences of the film, end up in a freefall due to the suicide bomb, forcing Gon to use Jajan Ken to break back into the Heavens Arena and make their way to a storage room where the biggest reunion of Hunter x Hunter history finally happens. More than Gon and Leorio, or Gon and Ging, it's Gon and his fishing rod. But in the midst of this cool sequence is a gripe that I have with the film. Hunter x Hunter has never been an anime that deliberately throws itself into nonsensical action scenes. But seeing as this is a movie taking place in the Heavens Arena during a big tournament that is invaded by Dark Nen type cultists who take over the minds of the combatants and audience goers, surprisingly, the movie goes out of its way to not showcase any action. A bunch of henchmen keep chasing Kurapika, Gon, and Killua, yet no fights ever occur. Gon and Killua can obviously be seen if you look from the side as they hide behind these cardboard cutouts. Yet these dumbass henchmen run right past them. Anyways, this cult is revealed to be descendants of the Shadow, the Hunter Association's Black Ops Squad, who were eventually disbanded for their use of Dark Nen and ultimately hunted down by the world government and imprisoned. The details of their crimes have been buried by the Hunter Association and collected within what is called the Black Report, a report that could be troublesome for the Hunter Association as it could very much reveal to the public this very dark past of theirs. Black Report and this tournament with a bunch of Dark Nen. I don't know. I'm watching Yu Yu Hakusho and I'm getting Dark Tournament and Black Tape. Black Tape? Chapter Black vibes. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Jed, the leader of the Shadows, uses Netero as a hostage in order to force the association to come clean with the Black Report, stressing out the association and the world government. Parison makes an appearance in a really funny moment. Beans just looks at Parison and thinks to himself, I can't believe that guy, multiple times. Gon and Killua fight some possessed combatants, but this doesn't really matter. The real meat occurs as the two fight Cyberpunk Gaki, and this entire fight sequence at the very least has some of the cleanest fight animations I've ever seen in the series. Like it's really good. This elevator sequence is probably the only instance of the film that really caught my eye, even if Gaki wasn't all that interesting of a character to me. I mean, my only complaint with this fight is that it definitely felt more like a Naruto or Dragon Ball Z fight, but man, there's this one Jajan Ken moment that yeah. I seriously recommend catching the whole fight scene on YouTube somewhere. Like it's really good. Like I really recommend it. What's disappointing though is immediately after we get this expository backstory for the Shadows that, God, like we switch over to Kurapika, who finds himself against Shura. There's this pretty cool interaction between the two of them as Shura convinces Kurapika to take up Dark Nen. And there's this underlying connection between the two, as all Kurapika and the Shadows want is revenge for their fallen brethren. This fight between the two though is okay? Until best man Leorio shows up and blesses us with his presence. And finally uses his nen! If you can't tell, Leorio's my man. If there was a Leorio hoodie, I'd be wearing it right now. Leorio's my favorite character. Shura injects Kurapika with Jed's blood, a concept that steals his nen away and claims he will die unless he accepts Dark Nen into his life. We have a brief moment between our gang of buddies plus Hisoka with this funny little exchange as Leorio decides to stay and protect Kurapika while the rest go and stop Jed. Bisky, Wing, and Zushi take care of the rest of the henchmen. This was something that I was looking forward to. You know, I want to know what Wing does for combat. There's this weird series of events including this line: I'd rather make a contract with Own and use Own to kill you. That honestly doesn't sound anything like Gon. I mean, yeah, if he was as down bad as he was versus Pito, I'd get it, but the series of events leading up to this moment didn't convincingly portray Gon getting to a point as down bad as he was with Pito. So it's just a very weird moment overall. Killua talks to Rengoku also as if he knew her intimately this entire time, and I don't know. She just frees up Netero, which finally allows him to 100 type Guanin Bushi Zappa. Gon willingly gives into Dark Nen, but breaks out of it using his own Nen. And of course, the power of friendship to defeat Jed with a Jan Ken. The biggest problem with this is that this should have easily been Netero's fight, not Gon's. Why is Gon the one doing this? We started the movie with Netero. This should have been his fight to finish. We end the film with the Netero and Jed flashback, which was fine, I guess. But the sweet moment was seeing our four best boys talk to each other one last time. This is quite literally the last time we see the four of these characters ever interact with each other, whether it's canon or not. At the very least, my eyes got extremely watery, having to say goodbye to my homies yet again with the banging music. Yeah, the movie isn't great. The plot's concept of a Heaven's Arena tournament to gather every major Hunter x Hunter character together in one place honestly makes a bunch of sense. It's an idea that can go really far for Hunter x Hunter, not just in a film, but in another entire Hunter x Hunter arc, which, manga spoilers, kinda does technically happen with Hisoka and Chrollo, but that wasn't a full arc, so much focus is taken away from the characters that either need it or deserve it in order to have Dark Nen. It's such a stupid idea. Every member of the Shadows leaves zero impact and will quite literally never be remembered after this video is made. Which is quite sad, you know? When I look at non-canon films of other series like Dragon Ball Z and One Piece, I mean, you can't lie to me that the likes of Cooler, Douglas Bullet, hell, even the villain of the last film is more memorable than whatever the hell the Shadows are. Terribly underwritten while also using a power system that contradicts the entire brilliantly planned and thought out Nen system introduced in Hunter x Hunter. I know you can tell already, but I just hate the Shadows. They're stupid, and the focus on them ruins the film. Also, Hisoka literally has no purpose in this film. He's entirely shoehorned in simply because he's Hisoka. And as much as I love Hisoka, I'd rather a plot that makes sense. And this plot has no purpose for him. Seeing the gang back together in the end was sweet and will always put a smile on my face. But honestly, only watch this movie if you're just extremely down bad for some more Hunter x Hunter content, which sadly is how I am 24/7.